Hi, Shane Searson. I'm here for Mistake Monday, and this is just kind of a quick one. I'm using this drum. Now, they don't have the same heads, but when I was young, um, my second kit was a five-piece Premier kit, and it had the Premier, kind of a version of an Ambassador, but it was the Everplay or Extra Play Plus. They were white with a blue plus sign on them that said Premier, top and bottom. And I used those, and of course, when I wore out the top, what did I do? I took the heads over and swapped them out. You're not going to have a used, dented up head that is going to sound good as a resonant head. So the point is, don't make that mistake. Purchase new heads. This is a Yamaha Maple Custom for a set that I've had for quite a while. I don't really use it anymore. I love the kit. I just don't really use the kit. I have an Emperor on top of this, and then I still have the heads that came on the bottom of this. Okay, and this is a USA version of Remo, and it's the stock head, which is like an Ambassador batter from Yamaha. The heads that came on the top were very, very similar, but I chose to go with a double ply head. Okay, so my point is, you're going to get these sets nowadays. They come out, and most of the time, your entry-level type kits, the drum heads are not very good. But even if you get a name brand like Yamaha or something, typically the bottom head is not quite as nice as the top head. And especially when you go down to lower levels, no-name things, the bottom heads are usually horrible. So I would recommend, when you get the chance, replace all of it. But if you wear out that top head, get a nicer head. In my case, I'm a Remo guy right now. Get yourself a nice Remo. I recommend to young kids to go double ply. Get a Pinstripe, get an Emperor, something like that. And from whatever brand you choose to do, get a double ply. It'll last a lot longer. It'll make those drums sound better. And use that resonant head for as long as you still get a quality sound out of it. And then when it's time, replace that with an Ambassador weight across the board, it's a single ply, depending on what brand you choose to use. So the mistake is, don't just turn over the heads or turn over the drum thinking that bottom head is going to make the drums sound great, because that bottom head is a resonant head. It needs to resonate. It needs to project a clear tone to make the drums sound good. So the mistake is, don't do that. And when I was young, a lot of people did that. And then the next phase for me after that was to take the bottom heads off, because that was a very popular thing in the 70s. And then, of course, I went and got new heads and went back to something like a Pinstripe on the top and an Ambassador on the bottom. This happens to be an Emperor. I'm just showing this drum as an example. So the bottom head is thinner, the top head is thicker. That's the way I recommend going for most people, especially for young people. And so the mistake is, don't turn the drums over or switch the heads thinking this is going to be your solution. It's not. Buy a nicer head for the top. Keep this one in great condition for as long as possible.